Subrata Roy parole extended till July 11. SC asks Sahara chief to deposit Rs 200 crore with Sebi. The Supreme Court on Wednesday was surprised at the extent of wealth Sahara Group's chief Subrata Roy has and wondered why such a rich person didn't pay a fraction of wealth and stayed in jail for 2 years. The court was hearing a plea to extend the parole of Roy, who is now out from jail after his mother's death. During the proceedings, Sahara's counsel Kapil Sibal submitted details of all the properties of the Sahara Group in India and abroad in a sealed cover and requested the court not to disclose the details of properties. On May 6, the court had directed release of Roy on parole for 4 weeks to attend rituals following the death of his mother Chhabi Roy and allowed him to visit Haridwar and Ganga Sagar for the rites and ceremonies. Prior to this, the bench had directed the Sahara Group to furnish details of all its properties in a sealed cover to ascertain the fact as to whether they are sufficient for paying back the entire amount to the investors. Roy has been in Tihar jail since March 4, 2014, on the orders of the Apex Court in relation to a long-running dispute with market regulator Sebi. The bench, comprising Chief Justice T.S. Thakur and Justices A.R. Dave and A.K. Sikri, which eventually gave relief to Roy on Wednesday, noted that the fresh list of properties provided in the sealed cover speaks that value of your properties was far more than your liability. When the court saw the list of Roy's assets, it expressed surprise why such a rich person didn't pay a fraction of wealth and stayed in jail for 2 years. Why person with this kind of fortune shall be hesitant to make payment, the bench asked. Sibal replied, "What is your fear? I will run away. I am going to give an undertaking that I will get Rs 500 crore in 2 months." Seeking extension of interim parole for Roy till August 4, Sibal said the Sahara chief has already spent more than 2 years in jail and his client was ready to give an undertaking that he would pay a substantial amount of money in a span of 180 days. "We have already suffered a lot. We have learned the lesson. We have done everything we could do. We have even authorized Sebi to sell our properties at circle rates. Give us an opportunity. Give me a chance. I will arrange the money once I come out," Sibal said. According to a report in the Times of India, Sibal submitted 2 checks of Rs 500 crore that can be encashed in August and another Rs 4,500 crore as a guarantee. However, the court finally gave Roy extension until 11 July and asked him to pay up past 200 crore to Sebi before that date. If he fails to do this, he will have to surrender and go back to jail. The court has also allowed him to travel anywhere in India. The court's surprise is understandable. But, as R. Jagannathan said in an earlier article in the First Post, in the case of Sahara there are always more questions than answers. The group primarily operates in areas where regulation is weak or where regulators are not sure of their jurisdiction. Sahara has also been very nimble about shifting from one regulatory jurisdiction to another in order to stay ahead of the law enforcers. What is crystal clear is that the group is primarily into money-raising schemes that operate on the edges of the law, he had pointed out in the copy, arguing that it is a fit case for an SIT investigation. Remember, the group's claim that it had repaid most of the investors in the illegal OFCD had raised many an eyebrow in 2012. In August 2011, the group was to pay back Rs 24,029 crore to 29.6 million investors. But in just 1 year, the group claimed that it has paid up and the amount is just Rs 5,120 crore. This revelation had raised suspicion as it came just before the Supreme Court order of August 2012 that barred the group from making any refunds directly to the investors. Thank you for watching.